again from Kel's Aquariums. Sorry if I sound a bit rough, I was on a big job yesterday. Ooh, bit of an all day, so but I feel alright, so I'm doing some stuff for my tank. I've bought some caves, just some terracotta caves for my catfish. Just that's all it is. But I'm not a fan of the look of this in my tank. So the gravel that I'm using in my new tank when I get it on the go is Denala Crystal Quartz. So this is the dark brown variant. I'll show you in a sec. But there you are in English. Free from hardness builders, neutral in water, CO2 resistant, non-fading, and down there it says shoots for bodenfische. So what we've come on. Yeah, which means it's all rounded gravel, which is good for your Corydoras and your bottom feeding fish, which is what that is in German. So I'm ditching this now. Just give me a sec. Trying not to get gravel all over my deck. So yeah, what I'm doing, the plan is I am covering it in silicone, good old Aquamate, which is just standard fish tank sealer. So if you was actually building your own fish tank and you want to seal it up, just clear sealer. And I cover all this. I'm using an old credit card. I'm smoothing that stuff all over it. And I'm going to roll it about in there and make some caves what will actually blend into my substrate. Like we have here. So, as you can see, that's solid. Only been done a couple of seconds. And from the front, as you can see, hopefully see anyway, so I'm going straight into the light. Bear with me, just let me close this blind. I don't know if we'll be able to see any better or worse. Probably a little worse. No, me and making videos aren't good. But yeah, so that's the same exact pot, but as you can see, it's entirely covered in my Denala gravel. So that, when sat in the substrate, will be entirely, well, not entirely invisible, but mostly invisible, if you know what I mean. It won't be a big orange thing sticking out. It'll be this. You'll see that on the top. You know what I mean. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now coat it in the business. I'm going to pause the camera so you'll see it when it's coated. It's not like you need to see it. I'm going to get this gun, put silicone on it, and then I'm just going to do this until it's covered. So I'll be back in a sec. So, oh, fingers. So I have covered it in the stuff. I am now going to spread it all out. As you can see, I've gummed it up nice, put plenty on. The more you put on, the lumpier it'll be. You maybe get it looking a bit more realistic. So, as you can see, hopefully now, that is well and truly buttered up. One thing you've got to accept is if you're not wearing gloves, you're going to get some of this on your hands. Don't matter, it comes off, it's no bother. Go and wash them. But yeah, so now I'm going to dunk this in some stones. And I'll show you it again in a sec. And there we are, a cave. So if this, well, it's obviously it's in a tub because I was rolling it about, but you know, you could cover it. It depends how high you have your substrate, but I mean, you could cover it so you barely see it, or you could. So I'm just going to take it. I'm trying not to. Or you could just have it physically laid on the top and just gently, you know, up to. But yeah, so it's just for me. I've got a big Ancistrus. Well, it's a full-grown Ancistrus, so he's about 6 inch. Not massive for a sucker-mouth catfish, obviously, because they're a small breed. But, yeah. The goal is to have a couple of these caves knocking about on the substrate so that he has somewhere to live. So I will be burying them pretty much in behind wood and things. So you won't see much of it anyway, but it just means you won't see the entrance because there'll be wood and stuff around it and plants growing all over. I mean, you couldn't even tie plants to it. I mean, that's the other option, but I'd rather do this and then tie some plants to it. And then you've got the plants, you know, they ain't going to obscure all the orange, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, just a bit of a easy way to try and make, because finding caves is a killer unless you want to use slate, which I've got now against a bit of a slate cave, but I didn't want it to be overstated, if you know what I mean. I want these to have caves, but I don't really want you to know they're there. They're more for him to live in than me to look at, if you know what I mean. So with all the new, I've bought tons of red wood recently, so that's what the most of the tank is going to be. It's going to be, again, similar to how that one is over there, which you can't really see at the minute, but I'm sure you've seen my other videos if you're watching this. Loads of Anubias and bits of wood, because I'm using the Denali because I'm not planting out this time round. I think the light's on my phone. Yeah, it is. Baffling. One before. Anyway, so yeah, I'm using it just because I'm not planting in the actual substrate. It's just all Anubias and Java Fern and a couple of other things. Not like this tank, which looks very similar, the substrate, but that's Nutrisoil, because that's got, well, that jungle planted in it, so it's getting its nutrients from there. With the Anubias and the Java Fern, they're just going to get tied to the wood and to these, and off we go. Quite like this Denali stuff. Big fan. Yeah, so that's it really. There's not really to it. That's just going to go in the tank. You see, it'll either get fully covered or just laid on top, and you'll still be able to see the inside. But if you're looking directly into it, but the way I'm going to position them, it won't be a problem because they're going to be facing. You'll see when I build the tank. So yeah, that's it from me for today, I think, and I'll get back to not having a terrible hangover, but just been gently knackered. So any questions, give us a shout. But it's all pretty easy. Make sure you've got plenty of cloth with you or bits of paper to wipe stuff on, because it's silicone. Also, keep a window open. It's real smelly. Thanks for watching. Bye. Yeah, so Kelly here again. Just one quick look at the sort of finished article. As you can see, that one's a bit more buried. Nicely buried in, like that. And that one's just resting on the top. So they're sort of dry now, look, I can touch them and no moves. But yeah, just a quick and easy way. If you've got fan gravel or sand or anything, if you want to build caves and make them look like the rest of your substrate, it's an easy way to do it. Bit of silicone, bit of extra gravel, some terracotta, or any type of tube. I mean, you could use actual PVC pipework as long as it's alright in your tank. So yeah, thanks for watching.